Hi guys, I am back. It's me, Kiki. I have missed being in front of the camera so much, but I had to take a bit of time off due to uni and other responsibilities, but I am back and I am ready to be fully in the game. The last time you see me was when I cut my hair off, so I bet you're wondering what the fuck has happened to your head. I haven't styled it, I did just wake up, so it's just a little bit of a hot mess right now. But it's just doing its own thing. I think it looks pretty cute, to be honest. It's grown back like really curly and really thick. But the reason I haven't styled it and got like this short sides and top, how girls usually have it, is because I'm trying to grow it out so it's the same length all over. So that's why it's just a bit like... And then I keep having this bit which sticks up here. You'll probably see it in the video, but it's just kind of doing its own thing. I think it's cute. But yeah, I only ever seem to make videos when all my eyelash extensions start falling out. I don't know why. It's a complete coincidence. I don't plan it, but you're just going to have to take it in, absorb the gappy eyelash realness and ignore it. And yeah, I'm having really bad discoloration on my eyelid. As you can see, it's gone all dry and horrible and sore, so I've just got to really look after that in a minute. But yeah, quick thing that I need to address. I'm getting numerous comments and a couple of messages about my YouTube account concerning the colour of my skin. As in, wait for this one. The colour of my skin changes in every video. Just putting it out there. But there's something that I sometimes go on called, what's the word? Holidays. And my skin does this weird thing when there's more sun in the sky, if you've heard of that. It goes on my skin and reacts, and my skin happens, don't know if it happens with you, but it definitely happens with me. I might be the only one, but my skin gets a little bit darker. So I do have to combat that with different foundation colours. So hence the reason different videos, different skin colours. Just clearing that up for you. So in this video, I'm going to be testing out a few new products for you that I have managed to get my hands on due to a lot of spending. But first off, I am going to be reviewing the new Storybook brushes. These are the Secret Garden brushes from Storybook Cosmetics. You know I'm absolutely obsessed with this brand. They are so pretty and they have real flowers casted in, I think it's acrylic, and then see that little silver copper coin at the bottom. But yeah, these are absolutely beautiful to add to my collection. Obviously, as you know, I have the rose brushes and the Harry Potter brushes, so my collection is growing and I've finally got face brushes. I'm so happy. Red, this one looks like a flat, like, I don't know, concealer applying, maybe foundation. I'll probably use this one for foundation, applying my foundation. Look a little bit like that. This one looks good for sweeping away bake or applying bake under the eyes. Come on, focus. But it's got that round head. And I'm probably going to use this one to buff out my contour. But yeah, that's got like the flat dome. And then this one I'll probably use for an all-over face powder brush. If you look at the detail in there, the flowers are so pretty. And this one I'll probably use for powder contour, or I don't know, it's quite dense. Usually I use a less dense one for my powder contour, but this one's black. I'm going to be trying those out for you today. I'm so excited. But I won't just be trying these out on their own. I've also got a few new products to test in this video. It's not a full face first impressions, but it's close enough. There's going to be quite a few. But I got the Fenty trio of concealer, matte skin stick, and shimmer stick. Conceal, contour, and highlight. These ones are those magnetic ones. I think the component's really sick, but any of the metal things in my makeup bag kind of stick to them. And if you drop one, you drop all three. If you lose one, you lose all three. I have used these. These aren't first impression. I have used these once simply because I don't like doing a first impressions on something that my opinion might change of after a few times I've wore it. So I need to make sure I've used it a couple of times, so I know exactly what I think of it, because if I do a first impressions, sometimes I can hate a product the first time I use it, and then if I use it with different products, finesse it a different way, I end up loving it. So yeah, so I did have used these a couple of times, and I'll let you know while I'm putting these on exactly what I think about these. I have the one called Tan 300, and it has the concealer colour Caramel, the contour colour Truffle, and the highlighter Rum. So you'll see me try those today. And I've got more. The Fenty Stunna Lip Paint as well in shade Uncensored. I needed a new red lipstick, and so I had to get this one. But yeah, it comes in like, it looks almost like a nail varnish. But yeah, I have tried this one too, and I will let you know my thoughts about that later. So you're going to have to keep on watching to see if I like these or not. So you can get out of it first, but you can't. But I got the, basically there was this big, I went to Leeds recently, and there's this big like eyeshadow pick and mix thing, and it had all the singular pans of eyeshadow, and you had a little palette to put them in with a magnetic base, so you can just mix and match and pick whichever colours, like build your own palette basically, which I thought was such a good idea. And it was so cheap. These were like £2.50 each pan was, and I have been dying to find a new yellow eyeshadow, because the last yellow eyeshadow I used was it was in my Morphe palette, but the yellow didn't show up on my skin colour. I went to do a yellow dramatic look on New Year's, so New Year's dramatic, you know, don't want to be doing a subtle look on New Year's. Went to put on a yellow eyeshadow, thought it looked sick in my like makeup table lighting, and then I went and no one thought I was wearing eyeshadow, so drastically needed some eyeshadows. I built my own palette, and these are the colours I got. Voodoo, I think that's the brownie one with like a green turquoise fleck. Butterscotch Caramel, that's obviously this deep yellow colour. Mermaid Siren, I think that's this blue shiny one here. You can't really pick up, oh there you go. Glass Slipper, and I thought this was like a really Cinderella-y colour. I know they don't all match the yellow, but I only needed the yellow, so we're missing something. What are we missing? We're missing something big. I'm gonna let you figure that one out. If you haven't already subscribed, and you've watched this far into the video, you might as well just, you know, achoo, just sneeze and just hit that button, just right there. I don't know where it is, on the left or the right, I don't know. And then if you're feeling extra generous to your girl and you actually do like my videos, then hit the little notification bell thing. Don't have a clue where it is, and that will notify you anytime I upload a video, because it would mean a lot to me, it really would. Let's get on into the video. Today I am going to prime with Nivea Men's Shave Balm. I feel like it's a makeup glue. Oh, do you know what I forgot to do? Do you know when you sit down at your makeup table, you took half an hour to set up everything that you're going to use to do your makeup, and you get all comfy and you sit down ready, and then you realise I didn't wet my beauty blender. So I am using the Fenty Pro Filtr foundation in shade 360, but I'm going to use the flat brush, the red one. Put a little dollop on there. I'm just gonna apply that. Ooh! Ooh! I don't usually use like flat brushes like this and like stroke it around my face, because I usually get like brush marks. This isn't leaving any, I don't think. No, it's not. And hello coverage, I'm gonna put a little bit more on. But yeah, I think this brush is working pretty well, to be honest. I'm not sure if I'd use it over my, say if I needed to do something quickly and needed to just bang some foundation on quickly, I'm not sure if I would use this, because it's just taking a tiny little bit longer. But there is hella coverage. When you dab it, you do get more coverage than when you swipe it. I don't really like how this brush is making the foundation sit on top of my eczema here. It's just looking a little bit like it's plonked on top, like it's not. I don't know, when I use a sponge it goes in, but I'm not sure. I don't think that's anything against these brushes in particular. I think that's just when I use brushes to do my foundation, which I don't usually do. But yeah, I'm going to go in with Caramel from the Matchsticks. This is the colour it looks like. It's very, very, very close to my natural skin colour. I think it almost is, just maybe like half a shade lighter than my skin colour. Yeah, I'm just going to use my sponge to blend this in. But see what I mean? It doesn't brighten at all. But it's the consistency of this, it's creamy, but it's almost powdery creamy. Do you know when things are like, do you know like a matte liquid lipstick? It's exactly like that. Like it does tug at your skin a little tiny bit, so you may want to warm it up a little bit. I don't mind too much about that because I'm not obsessed with not getting wrinkles. And it blends out beautifully. Like look, I barely have to do anything. The coverage isn't what I thought. It's not massive coverage, but it's perfect if you're not doing like drag makeup. Like if you just want to do, I think this trio is perfect for my skin colour. If I just want to bash a little bit of foundation on, conceal, contour, liquid highlight, boom, go out, done. Maybe a little bit of mascara. I think it's perfect for people who don't wear dramatic makeup. Yeah, it doesn't really brighten. See how that blended out so quickly? And so I don't know, it's weird because it's like a powdery, but it blends like a liquid. Yeah, I'm gonna go in with my the eye eraser from Maybelline just to brighten up a tiny bit under that, not to properly conceal, just for brightening purposes really. Now I'm going to liquid contour with the shade Truffle from the Matchsticks trio, and I am going to use the yellower brush from the Secret Garden collection with that flat, quite dense. Then none of them are really dense, but this is probably the most dense out of all of them. Is the colour it is. I think this colour is beautiful for my skin colour because it's not too warm. This is working really nicely. Wow. Oh yeah, it works better when I do that. Ooh. Ooh, hello cut cheek. Okay, that finessed beautifully into my skin. Okay, I found my new liquid contour brush. This is beautiful. Usually you would have to warm this one up because it is a little bit, it's not as creamy as the concealer, I don't think. But I don't warm mine up because if you're the kind of person who draws the contour all over their face and waits and then rubs it in, I'd say warm it up. But because I do it bit by bit so it doesn't dry and like stay. Ooh. Oh my god. Yes, girl. Okay, this is the weird part because my forehead, I either contour it too much or not enough. But my forehead's always too big anyway, so. Usually I use a Real Techniques brush to brush out my liquid contour and blend it out. And it does work, but it's never as fast as this. Usually it takes like a while of finessing. Honestly, my face makeup has never went so good. Let's try, the liquid highlight. It's not liquid highlight, but the stick highlight. I never ever use stick or liquid highlights ever. The closest thing to a liquid highlight I have is my Stila Putty highlighter, the one which, you know how it goes, that one. That's the closest to a liquid I use. But this one's a very similar colour. This is Rum. I thought this would be a little bit too dark for my skin colour, but after I used it once, I learned that if I do this and then rub it into my skin, it may seem that I'm wasting a lot of product, but I'd rather waste a lot of product and it look right than never use it at all. But this warms it up into like a, and then I rub my finger in it to warm it up even more and just dab it on the high points of my face, and then it goes on so pretty. To be honest, I don't see the point in this anyway, bearing in mind that I set everything, all these layers with powder, so this kind of disappears, the shine goes, but I will put it on top of my powder, on top of my bake as well. It is a little bit dark, like it's making a kind of an orangey cast, but I don't really mind so much, bearing in mind I'm going to set all that. So to set under my eyes, I'm going to use the Beauty Bakerie Flower setting powder in yellow because this is the only one that doesn't make me look ashy. Get rid of that creasing under my eyes. That doesn't mean this product creases. it's just because I have like, not wrinkles under my eyes, but because my eyes just crease anyway, my skin under my eyes crease anyway, so I cannot be the judge of whether a concealer or foundation creases or not, because my skin creases anyway. So you're gonna have to go to someone with flawless ass skin underneath their eyes to tell you if it creases or not. Do you see what I mean? Where I put the highlighter, I'm still baking around that anyway, so that will dull out massively. Like, you might not even be able to see it anymore. I love baking so much. Jesus, that's gonna make me sneeze. These little triangle sponges are so useful. My friend Alina, she got me into using these, and you can literally get them for like £1, like 50p for a bag of them, and they work so well for baking. I didn't bake with my new brushes. I forgot. I thought this brush was a lot denser than it is. It's so light on my face. It works beautifully with brushing off powder. Ooh, you see that? How it just feels so light and okay, I'm glad I didn't use this for putting on bake, because it's not dense enough. It's so light to the touch and so like that it wouldn't have packed it on enough as much as I wanted it to. I don't think it would have. I can try it. I'll try it next time and let you know. But yeah, this is definitely perfect for brushing it off the bake. Okay, now I'm going to use this one's the green one, for all over powdering, and then I'm going to use my Laura Mercier translucent powder to set my entire face, like all this bit, because that's still, you know. Okay. Funnily enough, this one feels a little bit denser than that smaller one that I used to brush off my bake. But I think that's perfect. Oh, I really love these brushes. I think it's very clear that I love these brushes. These are so nice. Ooh. Okay, next up is powder contour, and I'm going to use the last of the Storybook brushes, which is this kind of denser. It's pretty much exactly the same as that buffer one. Where is it on? This one, just with a round top. Yeah, I'm going in with my Primark contour kit. This is the only contour kit which has an ashy shade, which actually looks good on my skin colour. Okay, first up, I can tell you it's not like flat enough this way to create a really like accurate like snatch line, but I think this would be good for bronzing. You know what, yeah, I'm going to use it for bronzing. Okay, so I'm going to use my Eco Beauty Australia angled blush brush to do contouring, powder contour. See how this has like this peak here? This peak is what I use for getting that snatch line, and then as I'm doing that, this bit gently, because it pushes into my natural crease here, this bit naturally gently blends it out. I don't know, it just works really nicely. I'll do my eyebrows off camera because I'm not using anything new, so I will be back in a minute. I am back and my eyebrows are did. This eyebrow has been playing me today, but I'm not even gonna get into that. But I remembered I forgot to MAC Fix Plus, so this is fresh new. See, look at that, I didn't even squirt yet. Okay, now I am going to bronze using this brush that I was going to use before. And to bronze, I am going to use the same Primark contour kit, but this middle one here, because that's more of an orangey shade. And this should warm up my face a little bit, stop it looking ashy. Ooh, yeah, this works beautifully for blush. For bronzing. Angle highlight. I said I was going to use this, so I'm going to use Rum. I'm going to use this as a highlight base because I have used this before and it works nicely like that. And I'm going to try and put it straight onto my skin like this just to show you how it works, because we used it earlier rubbing it in and warming it up first, but I just want to show you exactly how it works if you did just want to. Oh, Jesus. Yeah, you can there's a lot of payoff. You don't have to really rub it in to get some off. But I suggest blending it with your fingers. Oh my god, oh my god. Just tap it in a little bit. And it does play nicely on top of powder, not gonna lie. But yeah, I'm gonna use it as a base, and I'm gonna go on top with, you know what, I'm gonna use my Jeffree Star highlighter today. So I'm going to use my Jeffree Star Skin Frost in Peach Goddess. I used to think Peach Goddess was a little bit light for my skin and a little bit too pink, but it's got that perfect, it's like a rose goldy, it's got that perfect mixture of pink and gold for it to still look really pretty, so I've got back into using it. Yeah, I'm going to use my Body Shop eyeshadow brush. I don't know which one it is. I've rubbed off all the things accidentally, sorry. And I'm going to go into Butterscotch. I think that's what it's called. I'm just, oh my, oh. Yellow seems to kind of disappear into my skin colour, so I need it to be like hella pigmented for it to show up and look good. So I'm just going to pile it on. There's not any fallout underneath my eyes at all. Okay, for my inner corners, I am going to use Nivea from my Juvia's Place, the Magic Palette, because this has a really yellowy... Oh, this is going to look so good. I'm going to try the Fenty Stunna Lip Paint in shade Uncensored, and that's this bright red shade here. It comes in, this is a glass component with a plastic top. I have used this before, but I didn't have any makeup on, so I don't really know what it looks like, do I? Because it made me look like a toad because I had no makeup on it, but hopefully this should look pretty. The applicator, it's got such a strange applicator. It looks like a nail varnish bottle, but the applicator, it's like this weird flat-ended, yeah, it's kind of strange, but it kind of, you see where it dips in at the sides? That stores a lot of product, so when you need extra, I'll show you what I mean. I am astounded by this pigment. But see how this bit stores product, so you can kind of dab it on like that and then move it around. I really do like this applicator. You know what, that's one dip. I'm going to keep on going and see how far I can go with one dip. So I'm going to like squeeze it out onto my lip. Jesus. Okay, this is going to cover all my entire lips with one dip. Okay, I'm going to leave this to dry down and I shall be back in a moment. Okay, so my thoughts on this lipstick is absolutely amazing. I am so glad I found this. It's the perfect, it's not a drying matte. It feels quite hydrating, and I've let it dry down for like 3 to 4 minutes now, and it's still got a little bit of a sheen to it. I don't know if it dries down like fully like to matte, but it feels just so rich, and so with one stroke it was so unbelievably pigmented. I'm so happy with this. I think this is an amazing lip product and I cannot wait till she comes out with the other shades. But other than the concealer being a little tiny bit too not light enough to brighten, as a concealer I think it was very good. It shouldn't be advertised as full coverage because it's not, it's medium to full. But yeah, the consistency is very nice. Just make sure you don't pull it because it tugs on your skin quite a bit. But other than that, they blend out absolutely beautifully. I cannot stress that enough. They're great for the price. I know they've got like a deal on for the 3. If you buy them individually, I think they're like £25. You can get them from Harvey Nichols if you're in the UK. But I think they're like £25 each, but I think it's like 50 for all 3. I'm not quite sure, but I will tag them below on where you can get them and how much they'll be. But I think they're beautiful. I think the highlighter work for a stick highlighter, it should, as a stick highlighter, it should drag, it should remove all the makeup underneath, as all of them do, but no, it doesn't. It's creamy, it blends out beautifully. You only need to tap it a few times with your finger and it's perfect. The contour, that's a perfect shade for my skin colour. Girls who are my skin colour or similar, make sure you get Truffle contour shade, unless you have different undertones to me. I have quite olivey, yellowy undertones, but yeah, these should work beautifully for you. The NYX eyeshadow, the colour Butterscotch, I think it's Butterscotch Caramel. That is gorgeous. I don't know if it's picking up enough on the monitor, but in real life, snatched. I am gone dead deceased. Just, it looks absolutely beautiful. I think it's so pretty and it's so pigmented and it fucking shows up on brown skin. All we want, brown skin, show up. So we've come to the end of the video. This is the final look. I am so happy with how everything turned out. I did pay for all of this with my own money, so I'm glad that it all went well and nothing flopped, because I will use all of this stuff every day. And even though this is a higher price point for these products, you are paying for the quality. I cannot stress that enough. And you will notice the difference between cheaper products and products like this. Even though they're not dumb expensive, they are still on the more expensive side. So if you would like to see me do a dupes video or anything like that, just leave a comment down below. But my next video, that one is going to be a right laugh, and I cannot wait to do that one. I'm going to film that one tomorrow or the next day, but it will be up within a week. I promise it'll be up within a week. And in order to see that the second it comes up, you're going to have to click the notification bell, and please subscribe to my channel. It would mean the world to me and I would really appreciate it. But yeah, thank you for watching and I will see you on the next one. Bye.